Hey guys, what's up? YugiMaster here. I know it's been a long time since I've actually posted a Yu-Gi-Oh video. I'm sorry about that. I've just been trying to figure out the right Machina gadget deck. I've been trying for a while. I used to use Machina gadgets back in 2012, when it was a very, very, very popular deck before all the new support, and I wanted to keep it that old traditional style of Machina gadgets. Without the Kage-to-Kages and Team Goldfish. I know it's good support tech and all that shit, but you know what? I want the classic Machina gadgets. So I did just that. And I own this deck in real life, everything here I own in real life, it's the real life build, and I'm loving the way it's been playing out so far, I'm not gonna lie. So, to start off with, we have 3 Machina Fortress. This guy, man, I swear to God, this guy, he's so OP. You can discard him and a machine type monster and special summon him from the hand. While he's in the graveyard, discard machine type monsters who equal level 8 or more. So, ouch. That's really, really, really good and really, really strong. I'm not gonna lie, Machina Fortress is too good. So you got 3 Fortress and 2 Gear Frame. Gear Frame will search your Fortress. However, there's a little thing between Gear Frame and Fortress. If you have Fortress at 2, you have to have Gear Frame at 3. If you have Gear Frame at 3, you have to have Fortress at 2. And if you have, Gear Frame at 2, you have to have Fortress at 3. If you have Fortress at 3, you have to have Gear Frame at 2. Because if not, it ends up throwing off the balance. I've noticed that. Like, Gear Frame searches for Fortress. Because Fortress is searchable, Gear Frame can get you that, and you don't want too many searchers, because then, you're going to get too many of these. So if you kill one of these back, it'll equal the level, it will re-equal the level out. And it actually works pretty well. In one Machina Cannon. Machina Cannon, like, the reason why with this build you have to have Gear Frame at 2 is because if you have free Gear Frame, then you end up getting clogged with either Fortress and you never get Cannon, or, like, what you end up doing is you have a chance to draw into a Fortress and search into Cannon with this. You don't always search into Fortress. So it gives you, it helps me think variably. Use one Gear Frame to search for a Fortress, use the other Gear Frame to search for a Cannon. Pretty simple and straightforward. I mean, you have 4 big monsters right there. Self-explanatory. 3 green gadget, 3 red gadget, and 3 yellow gadget. A lot of people like using each of the gadgets at 2. I don't like using the gadgets at 2. It runs out too fast. It runs out way too fast, and I don't like it. I really do not like it. You search through all your monsters too fast. Even with it at 3, you end up kind of going through them too fast sometimes. But you thin the deck out quite well, and you end up getting into your spells and your traps. So it's a very, very good lineup to have 3 of the gadgets apiece. 1 Cyber Dragon. We like Cyber Dragon. Special summon to the field where your opponent has Thunder King Rao, they can either negate Cyber Dragon, or you attack over them with your Cyber Dragon. Because Thunder King Rao hurts us. We can't add cards from deck to the hand. So, and that's what these gadgets do. We need to thin the deck out, and that's what these gadgets do. Plus, then you always have a monster. In 1 Gear Spring Spirit. Gear Spring Spirit actually has won me a few games. I played Spirit on a guy who had Thought Ruler Archfiend, and I used Gear Spring Spirit's effect to drop its attack to 0, and then I attack over him and, like, kill him with Gear Spring Spirit. I was like, literally like, what the hell did I just do? Like, I seriously won the game with Gear a lot. I mean, you must have only machine type monsters in your graveyard to special summon Gear Spring Spirit. And that's what this does. It's a very good card, and it's a level 8 use that with Machina Fortress, go for Sun Dragon. Pretty good. For the spells, you have one of your main staples for gadgets is Mind Control. We like Mind Control. We like Mind Control a lot. Take control of level 4s and attack with your gadgets and overlay. So on and so forth. We like Mind Control. Then you have Book of Moon. Book of Moon will throw any monster into face-down defense. So, like, let's say your opponent plays Judgment Dragon. They pay the 1,000 life points the cost for the effect activation. You play Book of Moon? Nope. Let's say you are facing, like, let's say you're going up against, like, let's say that you go to attack with a Machina Fortress, and Fortress attacks, they play Mirror Force, so they play, like, Dimensional Prison, chain Book of Moon to it, and Machina Fortress evades it. 2 double summon. The 2 double summon is important in this deck because of the fact that you need your summon power. You summon a gadget, you search for a gadget. You play double summon, you normal that gadget, you search for another gadget. And that right there is a +2 already, and then you can overlay. So it's a really good tech. Machina Armored Unit. This card is too good, actually. I had this as a side deck card, but I swapped out one of the gear frames for this Armored Unit because I found out that you don't want the 3 gear frame with 3 fortress. So Machina Armored Unit, actually when a machine type monster is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, you can special summon a machine type monster from the deck with the same attribute and less attack points. So let's say you summon green gadget, they kill it, you special red gadget, and then you search for your yellow gadget. Then when red gadget gets destroyed, you special yellow gadget. Yellow gadget, search for your green gadget. You will loop through your gadgets with armor unit. Plus, Machina Fortress gets destroyed, you can bring out cannon. Well, actually, sorry, no, you can't bring out cannon. But you can bring out gear frame, you can bring out their gadgets. It's pretty good. Dark Hole is mandatory. Overload Fusion. This is why we have Cyber Dragon. You play Overload Fusion, special summon a Dark Machine type fusion monster, preferably Chimera Tech Over Dragon. Gets a number of attacks based on the number of fusion material monsters used for the fusion summon of this monster. So Chimera Tech Over Dragon is very powerful. 2 Pot of Duality, set up plays, set up important cards, speed up the deck a little bit. 3 MST, you want 3 MST. So basically, this deck is prone to traps sometimes. You want to be able to get your MSTs off. You want MST. Triple Solidarity. This card does me wonders. This card literally does me wonders. What it does is, if you have all machine type monsters in the graveyard, all your machine type monsters gain 800 attack. And since the entire deck pretty much is machine types, you're going to be having some huge power gadgets. That's the way I like to build. Triple Solidarity equals very strong ass gadgets. You can get gadgets to almost 4,000 attack just by 3 cards, which pumps up your fortress to like over 6k. For traps, you have 1 Threatening Roar, 2 Dimensional Prison, 1 Bottomless, 1 Mirror Force, 1 Torrential, and double Rivalry of Warlords. Goes in Match is also very good in this deck because of the fact that everything pretty much that you'll summon into, like main deck wise, is an Earth type. And we like Earth attributes. So And that and everything is a machine, so Rivalry of Warlords and Goes and Match in this deck is a very good powerful monster lock combo that your opponent can only get over with like Heavy Storm or MST. But with Heavy Storm being banned in this new format here in September, it's on the out. So MST is now definitely mandatory to get over Malevolent Catastrophe. If you plan on using your spells and traps, which you need to be able to save your solidarities. So that's a bit of an issue. But other than that, it's pretty okay. So for the side deck, we side out a Gear Frame and we side out Gen X Recycled. Gen X Recycled is a level 1 tuner. I know, slap me in the fucking face. Slap me in the face, go for it, slap me. But it's useful sometimes. Celebrate Calcos. When you really don't feel like using your extra deck, or like you're in a game where you kinda can't use your extra deck because you can't really special summon all that much, like, let's say your opponent has Vanity's Emptiness. You'll just play Celebrate Calcos and you'll go for some superpowered gadgets. Which Vanity's Emptiness is actually a very good card to use in this deck if you're not running the Machinas. I mean, yes, you can run the Machinas just to make sure that you play Vanity's Emptiness afterwards. But otherwise, Celebrate Calcus in this deck is brilliant. Powers up each monster by 500. I cite a Lightning Vortex. Lightning Vortex is bread and dark hole. Honestly, it is. I know you have to discard a card as a cost, but you destroy all face-up monsters your opponent controls, which is good. Dark Hole destroys all monsters in the field. So it depends on the situation. If you're playing against decks that use a lot of face-up stuff, you'll swap out that Dark Hole for Lightning Vortex. Otherwise, you main Dark Hole. Limiter removal is on the sideboard. It's not main deck because of the fact that I run Triple Solidarity. Limiter removal becomes less necessary in this build, actually. To be honest, limiter removal becomes less necessary. I've been playing this deck a lot, and I haven't really found that there's a lot of issues that I need to worry about limiter removal for. But back row is definitely an issue, so we run Triple Dust Tornado in the extra deck. Also allows you to set a spell and trap card from your hand. So, it's very good. It's very good. It is definitely very good. Eradicator Epidemic Virus. We side one in because Chimera Tech Overdragon, if you're playing against spellbooks, you can either choose to OTK, or you can just completely screw them over. So, Eradicator, tribute your Chimera Tech Overdragon, and send their fucking card flying, will send their spells or their traps flying to death. Magic Drain for like Dark Hole, and Lightning Vortex. I'm sure Lightning Vortex is coming back, but you can stop dualities, you can stop all kinds of things. But they have to discard a spell card to negate this card's effect, otherwise negate the activation of their spell card. So Magic Drain is a plus on, well, Magic Drain is a negative on them either way around. So Magic Drain is very good to play against your opponent. So, then you have Needle Sealing. This is used for the OTK matchups. Mermails hate this. Chaos Dragons hate this. Fellow Gadget players hate this. What else hates this? Heretics hate this. Karakuri hate this. So it's a pretty OP card. It stops OTK decks. Scrap Iron Scarecrow. Scrap Iron and Scarecrow. I don't know what to say about Scrap Iron. One skill drain. basically stop all face-up monsters' effects on the field. You sideboard this against, like, you side this against Dino Rabbits and decks that have a lot of powerful on-field effects. Fire Fist, well, against Fire Fist, it's GG. You play Skill Drain against the Fire Fist player, you've got the game won. Boojin player, you alleviate them from being able to search. GG. Threatening Roar, we'll beside another Threatening Roar just in case, and a Compulse. For the extra deck, you have Chimera Attack over Dragon, gets a number of attacks equal to the number of fusion material monsters you used for the fusion summon. Gaia Knight, the Force of Earth. Scrap Dragon or Stardust Dragon for your Hero monsters. You've got Heretic Sun Dragon for your your 1 rank 8 monster. Gaia Dragon, the Thunder Charger for your rank 7s. This actually won me a game. Most of the time I never actually use it, but it has won me a game before. Triple YugiMaster. This is the typical card you'll go to for your XYZ. You could use Gear Gigant instead, but I just like YugiMaster. It's powerful. It's very, very powerful and very strong card. I mean, it's naturally 2500, so you have 1 Solidarity on the field, it's a 3300. As to where Gear Gigant would only be a 2800, this has a 500 advantage. 2 Utopia, 1 Photon Pop Operative, 1 Maestro, 1 Steel Storm Roach, stop big summons, and Gaga the Cowboy. This has been a long video, but I think it was well deserved. This is a very good deck. Feel free to try it out, give me your comments and stuff like that.